Hello and welcome back to SimCity 4. For this episode I'm gonna blow everyone's mind and not go straight into Lake Steilacoom. Blew your mind, huh? Yeah, it kinda blew my mind. This is actually my second time recording an episode today. I actually recorded 20 minutes of work earlier, but it ended with a crash, and I lost most of it, so I figured I would just re-record anyway, since figure I could do what I did better in any case. Don't need to show you the bad version. So my idea was I'm gonna replace these two north-south avenues in Batopilas with TLA5s, the network widening mod network. Yeah, this one went without too many problems. I'm actually kind of new to the whole NWM and also to TuLEPs, so this intersection took me a little while. It also took me quite a while to get this transition to work. The network was just being a bit finicky, especially with all the slopes in the general area. Eventually, I got it all working to my satisfaction though. It's a bit of a bumpy road, but you know, all the places I have lived in real life have those, so I'm not too bothered. People from flat countries would probably be horrified at the condition of all of our cars' suspensions. So, the other avenue I wanted to replace was this one. Actually, before I demolish the avenue itself, I think I'm going to deal with these bus stops proactively. Now I'm going to use the Sim Goober ones with the extended lots. I just find them to be fairly useful along areas like this. I don't use them too often, I really should more. They do add a bit of variety to your city and they're easy. Yeah. I think I'll put this on that side of the road for a change. That looks like more or less all of the bus stops. So check it out. The crash I got earlier was when I plopped TuLEP onto this tile, and I'm not sure why. I think it might have been the proximity to this RTMT station. I think I'm gonna save before I place that TuLEP, but I'm gonna try to do it. And I'll just move the bus station to the roadside, same as I've done in other places, as you just saw. It's gonna have to migrate a tile, but I think it'll live. So let's bulldoze these intersections so they don't build funny when we build the NWM network. You know how streets can be when they're next to roads, creating intersections you don't really want. Well, let's finally demolish this avenue. Oh, one moment, checking the text here. Sweet, took care of that. Wasn't anything too urgent. And let's place these starter pieces. Alright. I think, you know, even though these networks are finicky to the extreme, I still think they're fun. I like how, you know, you're dragging a road and it changes before your eyes. Don't really see that with the stock networks too much. I guess this is really why I should get started with RHW. Downloaded that a long time ago, but I've never really worked up the willpower to make a lot of strides with it. Oh, excuse me for a moment. Hello? Well, real sorry about that one. I didn't pause the recording in time. Just another phone call. It was a wrong number though, so hopefully you viewers won't be too angry at me for that little bit of dead air. It wasn't too much, I hope. Not that I have too many viewers that watch these things the whole way through, if the YouTube statistics are to be believed. Bit of a shame that, but I'm sure none of the greats got their start in their first day, and I'd like to focus on producing better quality videos before I really focus on promoting my work. Just so that I can really stand by the stuff I'm putting out there, if you know what I mean. I'm happy with how progress has gone so far. I think it's been night and day difference since the first video or two. Alright, so the next thing I wanted to do here was some TuLEPs. And here, I'm gonna take a quick save here. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm not pausing the recording for this stuff. I was doing that before because I was using Fraps in order to record my voice. But now I'm experimenting with Audacity, which I can't control the recording on that by hotkey from inside of SimCity. So hopefully it's not so problematic that I'm gonna have to switch back. Oh, oops, that is the wrong TuLEP. Gotta be more careful about that. At least I didn't really have to demolish anything much there. A1 instead of A2 is what we're looking for. I wonder why it so frequently defaults to the less common one. Whoop. Damn. This does not want to cooperate with me. Got it that time. Now let's build the network transitions. That does not look right. That looks better. And there. And there. No! Hopefully that life didn't sound too fake. It can be a bit frustrating working with this stuff. Personally, I think it's all worth it, but that was not correct either. Here, I'm going to start from the A1 TuLEP. I think it's easier that way to see what you're doing, I mean. Should be correct. And type A transition is what I want. Okay, that's where I was screwing up. That median looks pretty silly there, with how the grass just turns into asphalt. But it's no worse than anywhere. Alright, so the last component to this, yeah, I don't really want any more. Unless, you know, I might as well have a TuLEP somewhere around here. Seems like it starts out as the T end most of the time. Is that what we want? Yes. No, that's not gonna work out with that street across. So I think we're just gonna have to. We're not have to, but we're just gonna leave it like this. It should work well enough. I don't expect this road to be taking too much traffic. So there's one thing that I forgot to do last time before the crash. That was place the neighbor connection on there. Oh, you know what? I think that didn't work out because of these two roads. So we'll give that another go. That looks better. And like that. And like that. Now let's see if we can't still oh no. They really didn't want us to keep those roads, huh? Well, I don't mind giving a jiggle to that street. This I'm a bit less happy about. But tell you what. I think we may have to... Nope. That's not the kind of connection we want. Guess we can't make a through street intersection on a TLA5 next to a rail crossing. That's a mouthful. Yeah. Oops. Guess this area will just have to connect like that then. That roundabout there at least makes that not look as derpy as it might. Were circumstances different. See if that fixes shit up. And you know, I'm almost thinking I made a mistake putting that bus stop there. Gonna remove that. Go back to my bus stops. Place it there instead. So that it can service this street as well. I think that was what I was intending for when I left that street incomplete. That rhymes. Yeah, well, now it's what I have too. This area looks kind of underserved by bus. And for some reason I have the wrong prop for my armed TMC station here. Let's see if replacing it doesn't fix that. Nope, didn't fix it. I didn't mean to say wrong prop either, I meant to say wrong texture. I prefer the textures that are more realistic, only on one side of the road. And, I mean, it looks kind of stupid how it stretches across both lanes. You never see that in real life, with the interruption of the divider. Yeah, I thought I fixed my installation last night after I noticed this wasn't how I liked it. But, seems like my fix didn't work. I'll have to see what's up with that. Alright, well, that's a lot of dilly-dallying, but, looks like we're done with these TLA5s. Now, I think I'm gonna continue this episode and try to extend the TLA5s into the next city up. See if I can't remember what it was before it loads. Oh, too late. Twisted Marrow, that's the name. It'll have to transition to an avenue again for the highway ramps, but should be fine. Here, I want to take a look at the demand in this city. Ooh. It's a lot, but my region has grown so much since I built this little place that it's gonna skyrocket basically up to 50,000 and everything as soon as I turn on the time. I think I'll leave it paused just to have that as a reminder for what this region once was. Anyway, this is my city of Twisted Marrow. The name doesn't really mean anything. The concept was I was just trying to make it sound like one of those Dwarf Fortress universe names. I don't know that it really worked that well, but it's not that bad either. I believe we have terrible budget problems that will prevent us from ever running this city from too long unless we massively extend our tax base. Or maybe it'll develop into something more profitable on its own when we start the time. Who knows? But I wouldn't bet on it. It's a lot of wall to wall where it looks a bit out of place, but it's okay. Yeah, you can tell I had fewer mods installed when I created this place, although I still did have quite a few mods in those days. Somewhere around the 1.5 gigabyte mark, I think. Probably more, actually. Nowadays I have more than like a 3.5 gigabyte plugins folder, if you can believe it. It's the reason my game doesn't run a lot better than it does, basically. So, without further ado, let's retrofit the city with some TLA 5. Dang. You know what? I'm gonna continue these roads, but I'm gonna move the intersection up to the north side of that church. I think this city doesn't really have buses either. I wonder if I should fix that now. Yeah, might as well, right? I'm not going to do a thorough fix here. Just place a couple stations. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Another one by this street. Whoop. One of the 1x2s, I think. Replacing those residences. And another replacing this commercial building. And we really might as well have a 1x3 there. I really didn't like the look of those buildings, and it wasn't going to look any better anytime soon. Having parks along the waterfront is always nice too. So, yeah. It's getting easier to build these TLA 5s every time I do it. Soon I want to start using a lot more of these NWM pieces in my city too. There, it'll automatically build the transition, it looks like. Getting rid of the lane. That looks kind of funny that you wouldn't have that for these high-speed turns here, but whatever floats your boat, right? Alright. It's all looking beautifully connected here. Now let's throw in that neighbor connector piece. That's literally all we need. I'm not going to turn on the time in this city because I want to keep that funny looking demand. Wow, is it turning dark? I thought I turned off the day-night cycle. There, that looks a lot better. I don't like accidentally saving my cities at night. It looks funny, so I just keep the cycle off. It's easier to see, too. And hey, you know, on a cloudy day in real life, it's kind of nice to have it always be sunny in the game. Whoop. Alright, so that's it. I guess I will see you guys for the next episode. And we will build something at the southern termini of these two parallel TLA fibers. The other one was somewhere around here, by the way, if you remember. Anyway, see you.